Heavily armed security guards now stand at this Carco gas station in North Philadelphia along Broad Street near Allegheny.
What do you got there?
This is an AR-15 shotgun.
Armed with long rifles and tactical gear, the owner of the gas station hired a security after mounting problems in and around the store.
Lately, we are completely tired from this all nuisance. Stealing, robbery, ATM missing.
Neil Patel is the gas station manager who showed us what vandals even did to his own car.
3 weeks ago, they cut my tire. I fixed that. Then they broke my bumper. I fixed that. I fixed that. Next day, did this.
Vandals breaking his windshield. In the store, bags of food thrown on the floor. He says people selling drugs on the property are a constant threat. And many times, calls to police go unanswered.
Middle of the night, and nobody feels safe. And we are completely losing a lot of customers.
It's out of control. What we have now going on in the city of Philadelphia is chaos. The criminals have the keys to the city.
Andre Boyer heads PA Site Agency Security. He says since they started security detail here 3 weeks ago, customers have expressed their gratitude, and the manager says problems have gone away.
People want change. People deserve it. And I'm telling you, the people are very grateful to the owner for doing this.
I really feel like that's the very best thing they could ever do.
You feel safer here with an armed security guard at the gas station?
Yeah. You can't pump gas. You can't run in.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Knowing in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Real quick, this Twitter feed, it says things have come to one for North Philly gas station armed security guards and tactical gear to keep customers safe. Is another step closer towards armed militias policing the streets of Babylon the Great. We've said time and time again that they're gonna replace current police forces, and they're gonna dispatch these armed guards to start policing your neighborhoods because crime, and eventually
you have suggested edits.
Eventually, what's going to happen is they're going to have full-fledged martial law in America, okay? Because the scriptures prophesied that, and when you have private-owned militias and you have particular troops and guards policing your streets, then that's something for a cause of alarm, because you're not supposed to have a standing army within 2 hours within city limits. So this is going to be the new norm, especially in Chicago, because crime in Chicago is like on a whole different level. And I think January 1st, they're supposed to be enacting this, what they call purge law. Okay. Matter of fact, let's purge law in Chicago. Let's see what it says. Because we went through this before. But it says there's no purge law. But here are the facts about the ending cash bail. Meaning that basically, they're going to let criminals out of jail. So this be justifying the means of setting up these particular military parameters in your cities, man. Okay, and that's gonna open up the door to Pandora's box of hell. Okay, so matter of fact, this is a YouTube video. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna read the title. If you overdraw your account, it says, "What is the Illinois purge law?" It says 60% of people sitting in U.S. jails have not been convicted, so a lot of them are just gonna get released. A lot of them are gonna get released, and they're gonna go back to their respective neighborhoods, and they're gonna terrorize shit. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, with the economy being in a deplorable state it's in, it's going to be crazy, man. All right? So let's see what the scriptures say. This is the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter. And I'm going to start at verses 5. It says here, it says, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger And the staff of their hand is my indignation. What's the staff of Esau? His weapons, man, his military, okay, his power. You see? Because the scriptures say that Esau Edom was blessed with the sword, and with the sword he shall live, okay, and get the fatness of the earth. All right, and he has a vendetta and a personal issue with you Israelites, man. Like the brothers was going into the live stream yesterday, the podcast about Haiti, okay, the Levites down there, which is indeed my people. Now, I'm not all familiar with all the history of it because I wasn't born there. You see what I'm saying? And I never knew my grandfather for real to get the whole backstory of it. But nonetheless, I do know some history of the French Revolution and so forth, and how the Levites or the Haitians helped to free other slaves and indigenous people, man, of Central America, and started off a lot of slave revolts here in America, man. You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, he has a vendetta against the tribes because, you know, he was forsaking that birthright because he sold it and he was supplanted of it, but it was set up through the Holy Spirit. It says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath would I give him charge to take the spoil. And what's the spoil? Your goods, your belongings, your possessions, your women, your children, okay, your sons, your daughters, and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets, man. Okay? And what's the mire of the streets? Basically, they're going to just beat you down. Okay? They're going to gun you down. It's going to come to a point that Esau is going to really unleash on you Jakes. And they're already setting up because these, you know, these crime bills going against that cash bail law. And that ain't going to be the only state that's going to do that. You're going to have several states like California, New York, you know, parts in Texas and so forth to institute that cash bail law. Basically, you can get out of jail. It's like a get out of jail free card almost. All right. And it says, howbeit he meaneth not so, neither does his heart think so, but in his heart, it says, but in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. Okay. Because Esau has put in subjection the entire world for the most part. Now you have particular parameters that's fighting him on different fronts, but nonetheless, Esau Edom is not going to stop it till he gets his new world order up and down. Okay, and part of that is going to be putting 2/3 of you Jakes down. Okay, the ones of you that's not going to be the ultimate slaves, and the ones of you that's useless eaters, Esau is coming for that head, man. Okay, so let's see what Yahushua had to say about that. This is the New Living Translation. It says Yahushua weeps over Jerusalem, but it says as he came closer to the Jerusalem and saw the city ahead, he began to weep. He says, how I wish today that you of all people will understand the way to peace. But now it is too late, and peace is hidden from your eyes. But before long, your enemies will build ramparts against your walls, which is pretty much trenches. Okay, and encircle you and close you in from every side. Okay, because the hour of martial law, they're gonna have barricades. Okay, they're gonna have certain checkpoints set up. They have chipping stations. They're gonna have FEMA camps. All these things are gonna be set up in array against you Israelites, man. The wickedness of our people. And some brothers gonna get caught up in it because certain brothers are gonna be faithful martyrs. But for the majority of us, we're gonna be alright. You know, even the brothers that get martyred, whoever they may be, you're still gonna be okay because that's your form of being delivered from this place. But for the rest of our people, they're gonna be straight up massacred with extreme prejudice, man. You know, and it says here, before long your enemies will build ramparts against your walls and encircle you and close you in from every side, and they will crush you to the ground and your children with you, and your enemies will not leave a single stone in place because you did not accept the opportunity for salvation, right? Those of you that rejected Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, this is your judgment. Okay, like we said, man, the Most High is going to bring your calamities upon you. Why? Because you didn't answer when he called. You see? So this is the book of Proverbs 1:20. And it says here, wisdom cried aloud. She uttered her voice in the streets. Okay, and that's through the men of the Lord. Because where we at? We're on the streets teaching. We're not in the church. We're not behind some pulpit. We're not in some temple. We're out on the streets prophesied. All right, it says she cried in the chief place of concourse. And in the opening of the gates of the city, she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Right. How long are you Israelites are going to continue to not repent and continue to have your way in this society? How long are you going to continue to sell out the Lord and sell yourself short? Starting with you different Israelite groups, man, that took that purse. All right. And it says she cried in the chief place of concourse, and in the opening of the gates, saying, in the city, she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Right. Because this is simplicity, man. Jake want to be career-minded people. They want to be basketball players and all that other stuff. Okay, they want to live the way of the so-called white man. That's simplicity, because that harness no promising future. Now, we're not saying that you're not supposed to work or, do what you have to do. But when you will let this place ingrain on your mind and leave a stain on your mindset, and it changes you as a person, that's when you're in danger, And it says here, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. Right, because, hey, though Jake is waking up, but you still have a lot of our people that's still in la-la mode. That's why the storm, that's why the Lord said, David said, hide me from the flood of ungodly men. Okay, because the flood, like the scriptures say, when the troops should come in as a flood, the Most High should raise up a standard. We're going to need a standard that's going to be lifted in that day, because all the mass death and the fact that they're going to come after us, man. Okay, when they come after us, it's going to be like a literal flood, like a breach that's getting ready to fall. You're going to look outside one day, you're going to see tanks surrounding your house, troops coming in from all angles, gunshots, people screaming. You're going to hear all that, man. And they're setting it up now. That's why they have what they call mock drills. But it says here, turn ye at my reproof, and behold, I will pour out my spirit into you. I will make known unto you my words. And he's doing that through the men of the Lord. But because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have said it no all my counsel, and would not of my reproof. So I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh, right? Because they got these new dogs now from Boston Dynamics. They got these particular dogs that's able to fit 50 cal sniper rifles, man, on their backs. And they're shooting shit on precision. They're not going to miss. Okay, they got these robots, man. They can do parkour. They can flip. They can shoot. Like what's my man from RoboCop? The robot man. I just did a video on him. I think his name is EJ or ER or some shit. Something. I forgot his name. Matter of fact, I can go back through my page. I'll go to my videos and look it up. I think I named it in there. Well, I think Capo named it, but let me see. Police robots. Here we go. Let me click on this real quick. And it's the new RoboCop movie. Let me see if the name is in there. No, I didn't put the name in there, man. Nope, I didn't put the name. It's in the video, but I'm not gonna go through it to find it. It's not that deep. But there's some comments here, man. The brother said, he said, Jake seriously have no idea, Akia. It says they could even program these AI with an algorithm. If black man encounter equals 3, let the next 9 be killed. They also would anticipate attempted damage to the bots, so they would be built to be durable. Only spiritual power can demolish them. You're absolutely right, brother. That's absolutely right. Sounds like Philadelphia 1985 all over again. Situation waiting to happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the video. Yeah, I looked that up, man. Basically, they set fire to Jake neighborhoods, and they pretty much set the place on fire. And there was kids and children in these buildings, and the cops was like literally shooting at them to get back inside the burning building. And these are Edomite cops shooting at Jake kids. They was running out because the city basically the city allowed the fire department allowed the city to pretty much burn down to some degree, like buildings and houses. And Jake's was getting caught up in these burning buildings, and you had cops on the outside of these buildings, and they was shooting at Jake, man, telling him to get back in the burning building. But this man, what you niggas say that this man is not the devil? Are you serious? Okay, Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible talks about. How much more do you need? And you got Israelites that think this man is okay. Smiling in this man's face. This man is the devil, man. And you women, you got to get that shit together, man. You got to know who your enemy is, man. But you black women, you love the fucking white man. And that's a big, and for you sisters out there, man, and you women that deal with the man in the Lord, for you to have a man in his faith and you're that crazy over the so-called white man, that's the ultimate form of adultery to your husband, man. That's an offense. That's the ultimate anger. That's like committing adultery, man. But we understand, according to the curses and according to the Gardanian Pact, the black woman is not going to understand her enemy until it's too late. And part of this is going to be your judgment, man. This is why we've been trying to tell you, Jakes, man, you got to get it together. Okay, because this devil, he don't care about you Eves, man. He just using you as a weapon for your men. That's why martial law is going to be the best thing to clean you up. Okay? And it says, and when your fear coming as a desolation and your destruction as a whirlwind, and when distress and anguish coming upon you, then they should call upon me, but I will not answer, and they should seek me, but should not find me. Okay? Because you're going to be like, oh, shit, what's the name of that God they was calling on, the God of the Israelites? Yahweh, Yahweh, what? A lot of you know the name, man, and you're going to try to call on it, but it's not going to work for you because, you've waited too late. And it says, and they should call upon me, but I will not answer, and they should seek me early, but they should not find me. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh, they would have none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. So therefore should they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. It says, for the turning away of the simple should slay them, and the prosperity of fools should destroy them. For whosoever hearkeneth to me shall dwell safely, and should be quiet from the fear of evil. So that's the Lord calling us, man. It's up to you if you want to take heed to it or not, man. But overall, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and the Bible Ball.